So, hello and welcome back to another playthrough of EU4. We're of course gonna do another playthrough of the Anbennar fantasy mod. And we have a very clear winner this time for the last straw poll vote. It's gonna be Feiten. Jellyfish technology. That's really like the only real thing that I know that. Oh, and bombing. That's the other thing that I know. Either way, we're gonna jump into the game right away. Alright, but before we jump into the game right away, there's something to talk about. First of all, there will be no straw poll this time, because when this episode, or when this playthrough will run, the next update will drop, and usually when I do when an update drops for Anbennar, I will decide myself what to play. You are welcome to put suggestions into the comments if you have anything interesting, or any interesting idea of what to play with the next update. I'm all ears. Otherwise, this playthrough will run besides the Anbennar, the other then updated playthrough. So we basically have two Anbennars running for a while, which is a lot of work, but tough luck. But yeah, this is the only stuff. Let's jump into Feiten and see what jellyfish and balloons have to offer. I know that that Feiten wants, well, initially they want some funny stuff. Either way. Let's actually read through their prime, I guess. The fishermen of Feiten set out into the ocean as the sun rises, just as their fathers did, and just as their fathers' fathers did. Drifting through seemingly endless beds of glowing jellyfish, they have little reason to believe that their children will experience anything different. As the shore slowly recedes from view, paper lanterns released for the Brian Night's Jellyfish Festival strike a prominent silhouette against the lightening heavens. And in that brief moment, the thoughts of the fishermen are united as they look upwards toward the mirror of the sky, and wonder what it'd be like to float amongst the lanterns. Jaher and his Phoenix Legion ill-fated conquest of Yanshan was, as war often is, brutal, disruptive and destructive. As Jaher's legions advance along the Yanhe, many refugees dispersed south into the sparsely populated Jellyfish Coast. There they hoped that the coast's rugged hills and hidden valleys would shelter them from the inevitable rising of Jaher's sun. It was these refugees and the descendants coalescing after the chaos that was the ousting of the Phoenix that formed the League of Feiten. Though a relatively new entity in Yanshan, Feiten has nevertheless managed to grow rich and catapult itself into relevance off the back of mercantile power. Efforts to convert this wealth into regional influence has been mixed, however. A recent war with the southern savages of Siuyut has netted Feiten the gateway to the tea jungle, Kuihiyok, but this conquest came at a steep cost of most of Feiten's fleet, stolen away by the pirate queen Ping Shuang of Pinghoi. To the west, the efforts of Feiten and Tianlu has led to the splintering of Xiyun. Even now, those two countries fight to imprint their influence on the fledgling Luoyip. This conflict is only exacerbated by the fact that Tianlu, the jewel of Yanshan, has far and away the richest and most well-established merchants' fleets this side of Karanyana. If Feiten wishes to leave its mark on the world, conflict with the city of temples and their entrenched eunuchs and traders is inevitable. The city of Feiten itself lurches towards a flickering future. For centuries, the harbor had been the launching point for minor whaling expeditions by the natives of the area. Aaron knew that whale oil burned the longest and cleanest of any animal fat, and the small amount harvested with every whale hunt was perfect to use in the annual celebratory Jellyfish Festival to fill the skies with floating lanterns. But why waste something with such interesting properties on mere toys? With Feiten looking for an advantage and against its rivals, the true potential of whale oil has only just started to be realized. So, we are a republic on a very decent center of trade zone. We are just full-on human. We do have a special government reform, the League of Feiten. The League of Feiten is a collective of city-states and communities along the Jellyfish Coast. The League was formed by refugees fleeing Jaher's conquest of Yanshan, taking shelter in the rugged hills and craggy cliffsides of the dense, sparsely populated coast. Though dominated by Feiten, each member of the League proudly retains some independence and have a fierce tradition of self-sufficiency, the origins as refugees not forgotten. So this is actually a pretty neat government reform. Yearly proposition goods produced, which I quite like. Let's pick some rivals. We have some clear contesters here. And of course Tianlu, because screw Tianlu. So. Alright, we do make some decent money. We get global trade power and morale of navies from the get-go. We don't need to throw out the eunuchs at all. We of course have the nice advantage of being in this area where we just don't have a problem with the other religion. We can't just ignore it because we have this, where we just respect local religions. And this negates any kind of problem that would arrive with that. So, And let's get things started here with the usual stuff. Oversight. I guess we'll pick religious diplomats and development of temples. Lovely. Patronage of the arts. Free enterprise. Alright. I guess we're also going to take generous quest awards. With that we are done here. We can pick up the army a little bit. It's gonna take a second. I would also start paying the army for now. Alright, missions. So one mission here is to just build up Feiten for now. As you might have realized, I've already taken a look at Feiten before. This one is basically just when Renaissance drops. This is interesting. This one is build a temple in Kui-Hyok and let the autonomy tick down, which is just us on its own. Now these ones. So this one we can decide if we want to be friendly to Kuhai or if we want to basically conquer them. And I think I do want to conquer them. If I have the time. We have a merchant here. Let's put him into Yangshong. Because that is like, yeah, like this here. Fantastic. While we're at it, we might as well also tell these guys to protect trade. In Tianlu. So. This here, on the other hand, is a little bit goofy. So we just need to build up a relationship with Luo Yip to 200 and have a spy network on Xiun to immediately start a war against Xiun, with Luo Yip basically taking everything that they have to offer. This is all, of course, quite neat. The problem is Xiun is allied to Bianfang, and Bianfang is Bianfang. They are quite powerful, so I feel like it's gonna be difficult. This war is also gonna be difficult because the Kuhoi is allied to Qin Quan. And Qin Quan itself is not strong, but they have a mage leader. So this is basically an impossible war without if we don't outnumber them crazily. I feel like we're gonna have to do this war here with a lot of mercenary train. I can already feel that coming. I guess one thing that I do want to do is... I guess that's a leader. But what I think... You know what? Let's start off with something simple. Let's make some friendship here. And then I think we're gonna start with all of this fun stuff. Because I feel like at the same time, we also want to start this war as soon as possible. Because Bianfang just gets stronger from here on out. There's nothing else to be said about that. Something else, of course we do have another mission here. This one wants me to have a Diplo 5 ruler with Entrepreneur, which surprisingly enough is this guy when he gets re-elected. So this is something that we don't need to care too much for anyway. But we'll see what we can achieve in this war. It's gonna be dreadful anyway. Cool. Okay. Just a quick kick in the balls, right? Spinal work in Kohai. I can do that eventually. I'm not sure if this was necessary, to be honest. I feel like that was uncalled for. I'll just check in if Xiun is allying up with someone else. If we manage to quickly jump into their army and kill them before Bianfang can react. Oh, they nearly have 20k. That's such a stupid war to do at the beginning. I really hate it. Oh, look at that. There's some war happening against Ziguyan. Sure. I mean, Ziguyan is just gonna explode here. They don't have any friends. Alright, so we will just build up money. We're probably also gonna take the loans from the merchants. Because I want to be as powerful as possible when things come around. Look at you. I mean, this is other downside. These guys have immediately allied up with the strongest nations around me. Isn't that cool? That's pretty neat. We do have some separatists here, but I think this one ticks down quite nicely, because this is just, yeah, separatism and a base. Oh, spy network. I'll take it. We need to spy more stuff anyway. You ally to more... Okay, those guys are not gonna... Okay, I will not care about that too much, luckily enough. This is kind of bad. I should have probably done the other one. Well. Little too late. Invite human people. Sure. If you want to come in, you can come in. I wouldn't see a reason to stop humans from entering, because I am human. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Okay, with the next tick we're gonna start paying the army. Again. So. I guess we should also... Do we want to do this? I mean, I guess we do need to do it. I think one more tick is at least sensible. So. This is gonna, of course, drain my money when these guys are out. Oh, lovely. We'll take it. Also, you're right, when we're at that. Manpower, morale of armies. That is nice. That is nice. Even though this is Anbennar, so it might not matter too much. Seriously? Was that necessary? So when I kick those guys out, it will take... Okay. That has already happened. This is in the past. I can't sit around with that, can I? That's a bit disappointing, but well, what can I do about it? And I guess we'll split up the spy network on you then instead. What about you guys? You are allied to Tian. Okay. I don't want to fight Tian Lu right away because surprisingly enough they are strong. Who would have expected that? Well, you guys might even win this war. Oh boy, maybe I don't even need to do this. Yeah, we can hire these guys right away again if we need to. Maybe Bian Fang starts a silly war or something. Oh, the command is fighting. Oh wow, that seems a bit risky so early. When these guys can still like gang up on you. I mean, you're winning the war, but... Oh, you guys actually... Okay, no, forget it. It's the command. What am I talking about? What am I even talking about? The command wins fights. That's just what the command does. Okay, in November, this one will pop up. I mean, this is not much change. This one is, well... You're not good enough to start this kind of war. I wonder if I should be worried about you, to be honest. I mean, you are trained in terms of this combat. Or at this war. You also have allied... Oh no, Qingyu, okay. Usually with the Bian Fang, you want to attack Qingyu, as far as I remember. So I'm surprised that this is not happening. You guys have 35k troops. I'll take... if I get an early Miltech boost, I'm all for that. I'm gonna say no to that. I mean, you only have me as your friend. I mean, this war is clearly on your side. I mean, you have 8k left, you have 2k left. You guys are having fun. We are gonna have the re-election soon. Lovely. I think there's gonna be a lot to read coming up. There we go. We're gonna keep you, which immediately finishes this mission. A whaling expedition. For centuries, small-scale whaling has been a supplemental trade for many fishing villages along the jellyfish coast. The blubber of certain whales have long been known as cleaner burning and superior tallow to that of any other animal or fish, but rarely utilized due to its rarity and price. This high price makes it quite attractive as a trade good. Maybe it is time to organize an expedition to feel out the potential of whaling. Songmin looks over the rickety fishing boat, the spare rid plain across his face. From his vantage point atop the pier, the boat appears entirely too in danger of capsizing as it rolled with the minor tides close to the shores to handle a few tuna, much less the ship-sized whales that were to be their quarry. Noticing Songmin's trepidation, the captain of the ship limps over, a slight grin on his face. She may not look like much, but she served me well in over a dozen hands, and I'll wager she'll save for a dozen more. Songmin is in the process of turning to give a grateful nod as the ocean finally rings the tug of war, a rogue wave washing over the boat's deck to a chorus of loud curses from those on deck. The nod curdles to a shudder and the captain grins. The captain's grin, of course, only grows wider as Songmin's face turns pale. So we get some a few less points while this is running, these events. Which is always fun. I mean, I guess I could check with you guys. So Mohang would join this war. Yeah, you guys would also not care about it. Bianfang would be my ally. Oh, that actually is interesting. Wait a second. That might lead me somewhere else. I know it's very difficult to do, but if you can make them break the alliance with Xion, this will be so much easier in terms of war. Yeah, let's try that. I mean, of course it will delay whatever we are doing here, obviously, but who gives a shit? Feiten gets minimum autonomy. You know what? You know what, I don't mind. I actually don't mind at all. So, of course we're wasting a bit of manpower here. That has to be said. We get 0.17 because of the relative military power. I mean, you've just integrated with these guys here, so I guess that there's that. Being at sea was fundamentally boring. Oh, there were always tasks to be done, from patching holes in the sails or to scraping and cleaning accumulated salt and dirt. Even these tasks were denied to Songmin on account of his status as a guest, however. And so the days followed a too long period of seasickness were filled with monotony as the whaling vessel sailed through open ocean. Even the entrepreneur, Songmin figured that this could be a good chance to talk with some of the crew of the ship, learn something about the lifestyle and whaling itself, and incorporate that into future endeavors. So we can talk with the carpenters, the quartermeisters, the harpooners, or the cooks. We're gonna talk with the harpooners. If we're now gonna delay this anyway. Now, personally, I think that still is gonna cause Bianfang to join. Obviously. You won't join. Bianfang would join. You're up to 16k. This, I mean, cancelling the alliance here is gonna take a long time, right? I need 50 points for it, 50 favors, and the way the favors currently grow, that's forever. So maybe we cause this war. I mean, the problem is that Bianfang nearly has the same amount of army that I do in that has the amount that we have in combination here. Which is, of course, not that nice, is it? I guess maybe it's stupid, but I feel like I need to do this here. Expedition whale-sighted. Frantic cries of whale-sighted carry through the ship suddenly, followed by the heavy stomp of boots and wood. Songmin is jolted out of their sleep and rushes deckside, where the harpooners and rowers are already preparing to launch. No one pays Songmin any mind, fixated as they are on the flickering crescent of the whale's tail and blast of its blowhole as it swims just underneath the surface of the ocean ahead. The air is heavy with pent-up energy and the potential of action, so much so that Songmin is compelled to do anything despite lacking the years of experience that these sailors have. So we can volunteer for one of the launch boats, or we sit back and watch carefully. You know what? Balls to the walls. Damn it. Oh. Alright. With a great splash, the harpoon boat drops into the ocean. With oars slicked and face blinded by ocean spray, it took all of Sungmin's efforts just to cling on and follow the fragile craft's captain's orders. Sungmin's world narrowed to a single action, that of pulling and resetting and pulling and resetting the oar. And a turn later, the call to slow down was finally yelled, a sign that the harpoon boats were close to the whale. All eyes were focused on the harpooners, now know who stood ready with weapons in hand. Fire! And suddenly their missiles arc high like shooting stars glinting in the sunlight. For a split second it seems that all will miss, but one embeds itself into the right flank of the whale. The oarsmen, including Sungmin, explode into action, frantically pumping their oars to get away as fast as possible, lest the whale's thrashing score a direct hit on the fragile craft. The whale darts left and right, trying desperately to dislodge the harpoon in its flank, a crimson cloud billowing out from the wound. Unsuccessful it dives, and the harpoon rope starts to whip and unwind from the boat. Abruptly, the rope snaps taut, having gotten tangled on a piece of wood. The harpoon boat starts to get dragged to and fro at risk of capsizing unless something is done. As Sungmin is closest, they put all their might into dislodging the rope. With a final burst of adrenaline, the rope breaks free, whipping Sungmin square in the chest and knocking him on the back in a tangled heap. Sungmin gets injured. With the rope free, the boat settles. Eventually the rope stops unwinding as the whale runs out of breath and starts streaking towards the surface again. The other harpoon boats take full advantage of it as it surfaces and lands the whale, aiming to pierce any of its vital organs. Weakened, so the whale's movement slow until it ceases entirely. Ragged cheers rise up among the crew, finally the culmination of months of striking and a guarantee of pay at once back at port. Now the crew set to the exhausting task of butchering the whale before sharks and scavengers can set upon the carcass. Afterwards, it was back to Feiten. The crew looks to Sungmin with newfound respect for his bravery, and tales of what has happened will surely spread like wildfire. So we got prestige in Republic Edition, but we also got average monarch lifespan reduction. Which probably means that he's gonna die at this very second. Right? Oh, ahead of time? Actually, admin ahead of time. Sure. We could build that temple actually right away. It's not a good temple, but I'm willing to go into depth with it. Like, this war's gonna put me into depth anyway. Let's phrase it like that. We also definitely need to get the thingy. Oh fuck, we need to wait that, definitely. I'll stop paying the army. And I guess I once again kick you guys out. I can't fight Bian Fang while they have advantage in tech. That makes no sense. I guess I could start building a spy network on Kohai. For that. I mean, we could still make them... Oh no, wait. We're rivals. I forgot about that part. There we go. The journey back was uneventful as setting out, maybe even more so, without the excitement of a possible whale hunt to look forward to. With little else to do, Sungmin thinks back to the conversation that they had with the harpooners on the expedition. They were fond of requisitioning some of the baleen from the dead whale for their own uses, as it was both quite flexible yet strong. Sungmin could think of many uses for a material such as this, perhaps a capling for crossbows or a rippling for balloons. So he gets a military boost, and Idong will get Irie, which is definitely improvement, and gets whaling industry, goods produced, rare value, and we get infantry shock. Not bad, that's also a military boost. I mean, it's not big, but to actually be honest, that's 10% at the moment. Oh, there we go. Things even out again. The universe evens itself out. Alright, lovely. Oh, this actually gives me a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Alright, and the whaling boat returns in triumph, and with Sungmin convinced more than ever its potential to enrich and elevate Feiten, there was work to be done in this industry was to take off from its humble roots. But it would undoubtedly leave an indelible impact on Feiten. I would also give this a try, because... Okay, forget it. Oh, you are at war! Oh, that's fantastic. Please, 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 please. I don't think that you are gonna take anything here. They have a mage leader. You could get hurt there. There's a decent chance of us. Why are you not attacking this? Are you stupid? Oh, there we go. The Treasure Fleet. We are gonna always pump everything the Treasure Fleet does. I need that money. I'm not sure what else we get, but I most certainly can take Sortition, and you guys know how I think about Sortition. It is their only choice. Okay, you guys are all not gonna really be happy at all. There we go. This is a nice financial boost for a little bit. There we go, Beyond Fun got hurt. Lovely. You're also at war. Okay, that might be perfect for us. Let them get hurt. Let them get hunted. That's amazing. Xiun lost their army. Fantastic. Okay, my patience has paid off. I'm very happy. They actually lost this war. That's ridiculous. Let's start paying the army again. I don't even need to do anything, I feel like, then. This is just gonna solve itself, this problem. I'm also gonna take... Do I take another advisor? Huh. I mean, what I could definitely do is build a temple in Feiten, because that's a lot of money. Feiten is 21 development. Okay. There they finally win some fights. But you will not join. I love this. Okay. Our previous intrigues in Xion have borne fruit from the success of Breakaway Luo Yip and the uprising against the former overlords. For now, Luo Yip are grateful for our assistance and looking for friends as they consolidate. Both us and Tian Lu have extended our hand to them, eyeing the gem mines of Ongdu and favor in their capital, which is situated at the confluence of two rivers and the site of a high temple besides. What we can promise that Tian Lu cannot as easily are the remaining lands of Xion conveniently bordering our own lands. With this morsel in hand, we will entice the rebellious cub to our side. That should do this, right? Fantastic. And the good thing is, we don't need to do anything. You can do this squarely on your own. We are just gonna sit by and watch. And we are gonna give you everything, of course. Go get him, Tiger. So... yeah, the mission wants us to take a course on everything, and I think this mission specifically wants us to have everything like full on their side. Yeah, just work. Oh. There's an odd tale etched upon the garden wall in the High Temple of Sigal's Spit. Unlike most High Temple stories, this one does not start with the depiction of one of the High Gods or their many children, but instead a small red squirrel. The creature digs through the leaves and the trios around the roots of an oak tree, but despite his efforts, he comes up empty-handed. He looks up and watches a great ashen darkness cloak the heavens. Embers fall about him until finally, with no prize in hand, he is forced to flee. The High God Vadam arrives sometime later. The oak tree is reduced to a smoldering husk and the land around him is in ruin. Yet the squirrel survives the disaster and approaches Vadam, to which he replies by placing a bag upon the ground. The next tiles depicts the veritable feast which spills forth. Seeds of all different kinds and varieties must still protected inside their shells. The squirrel, of course, takes as many seeds as it can and flees into the surrounding countryside. At this, Vadam smiles and leaves. The final image is stretched out below and across all the other depicts a new forest. It is covered in fresh growth and abundant wildlife. In the middle of the scene, Vadam sits on the stump of the burnt oak as he looks over a small vegetable garden and seems at peace. Seongmin stares at the replica of the mural and considers its meaning. With a guiding hand, growth will come out of destruction, which gives us to production in Hehong. Hehong is... okay. Or we get a state maintenance reduction. Okay. And the fuck would I want with that? You guys can most certainly do that. It's not gonna give you anything. Oh, there's a world where I vassalize these guys. But then we would have to do a lot of work to get this done. I think it's no longer possible because of that. We're gonna accept this thingy here because... wait, you guys only have 4k troops left. Why? Or whatever. Let's just watch this war here finally end. Hopefully. There we go. There we go. You are dead. We are alright with this. I would take admin, because I do plan on going for an admin idea group first. So, now, like I said, this one wants me to give everything to Louis Job. Which is rather simple. We can also easily actually push you the trust. Technically they don't need this. Unholim. Right? No, technically not. But what difference does it make? If they have it or not? Like, there is a world where I make them into my vessel. And then we take this war over and can fight Yut. The only issue with that is... of course, these guys are gonna be upset because we did not give them that. We need to give to them at some point, which is a lot of work. So we need to annex them, then give this to them. Nah, as cool as it sounds, I think this just makes more sense. Oh. Oh! We can do this even better. We can achieve this and also turn you into a vessel. That's amazing. That's actually fantastic. So what do you have? You have 12k, so you are strong. But we will have some other stuff that we can do. Yeah, lovely. We of course also want your money. I mean, what I'm doing here costs me money. Let's actually get a mercenary group out. There's nothing else that we can do. I don't want you to give up any claims. And rivalry, we can do this, just some prestige. There we go. Hey, how's it looking, Sirius? You're of course unruly, I can live with that. We can call in Luyip for this war. We can also call in Bianfang, what? Sure. Hey guys, could you help me? We of course need to do some stuff ourselves, obviously, but... Let's get some occupations. What are we gonna get claims on? I think it was here. Oh, we basically everything. The hearing area and the Wang Lam area. Okay, everything. Okay. One thing that I do want to do right away is give you some more of that. We do need 60 trust. And now we just need Diplo points, right? Okay. So, obviously you guys are gonna occupy that yourself. I kind of regret getting Bianfang in now. Even though they are kind of... I mean, I guess they're distracted. Oh, this is a painful war, but hey. Success is a success. There we go. Let's take these two forts, just to make sure. Blood is thicker than water. I kind of don't care. I mean, I would like a guy, obviously, but... So Bianfang is gonna probably do these occupations here. I highly assume. So, just 2 more ticks. I guess we also can... yeah, we're gonna end the episode here, so like always, like subscribe, shenanigans. I guess see you guys next episode. Bye!